All right, same deal over here. As we're going to check on this hive. I see some of these killer bugs hanging out here. And I'm right next to Bloody Mary. So one of the first things I really need to do is go smoke up Bloody Mary so that she does not become a pest. And that's just purely defensive because we're working right next to her. And I don't want Bloody Mary coming after me again, which she does have a bad habit of doing so. So I'm going to open up the back. I see bees in the back. That's a good sign. I'm going to open up a 2-gap only. There's some old comb here. We gave this hive some comb from other hives. I see they've torn off my comb guide here. I'm going to grab a little bit of wax and reattach my comb guide, just because it's a good thing to give these bees. All right, I'm getting pinged. Let's make sure everybody's happy with us. I've got one guard bee very upset with me. I gave Queen Mary, Bloody Mary, another shot. All right, that's not going to move. Got to figure out why. They've attached the comb to the sides. They've done a great job of it. All right, let's see if we can move this comb again. Well, I can move 2 at a time, which is good enough for now. Frank, I would recommend you suit up with your jeans. Bloody Mary or this hive is getting testy. I suspect it's going to be Queenie Mary. Okay, we've had a comb failure on this one. Let's see if we can fix it. They've attached, I think, to the neighboring comb. I need them to evacuate off the comb. So I'm going to go ahead and smoke it heavily. Give Queen Mary, Bloody Mary another hint to stay off us. Now I think I can pull this failed comb out. It's secured on one side. There's our failed comb. This looks pretty crappy to me. But I'm going to go ahead and squish it on as best I can and let them repair it for another day. We must have attached this because it had brood comb on it, because that's not normally a good comb I would secure. I'm going to leave it alone for now and keep going through. the hive. This is some resources. That's some light colored honey. Looks good. And that feels very, very secure. I can't budge it. So when they start to attach comb like this, my general experience has been there's been a very significant honey flow, and Mr. Engineer Bee has dictated they resecure some of these combs to the wall as burr comb, bridge comb, whatever you wish to call it. So I suspect this is going to be a honey bar. And lo and behold, look what we got. I mean, look what you're looking at. You've got lots of honey on this one, lots of honey on this one. So that is indeed a full bar of honey, and I am happy with their progress because of that. This bar has the feel of honey as well. Again, yep, that's about half honey on that side, and that's I'd say it's about half honey there. This hive is doing very well. It either tells me I'm on a honey flow, which is possible, or that we recently had a honey flow, which is more reasonable. I've only been back in the country for a week or so, so I cannot tell you in my absence what's really happened. Okay, I do know I'm attached again on one end. I'm going to smoke to get them away from the wall, and then go about cutting it off the wall. At some point, I might run out of time. Bee time. They get very aggressive, and they get very upset, and they'll say, okay, pal, you're done. So I'm going to be aware that can happen. This is much lighter. This is what am I looking at? Pollen. And they've got a feather in here from a bird. Who knows how that got in there? I'll let them have the feather. All right, that's light, but it was kind of stuck. They got a little bit of dual comb going on. I can't really tolerate that. Let me show you what I'm not going to tolerate. I'm not going to tolerate this second bit of comb. Unfortunately, there's some resources in there. I really need to cut that off. I'm not going to do that right now. I guess I am going to tolerate it for the dry season of summer. And I'm going to pull the next comb away. I see a brood nest. It's much stronger than the other one. There's a much healthier brood nest. Look at my brood pattern. Oh my God. There's a fly, huge horse-looking fly on the camera that has caught a bee and is devouring it. It looks like a dragonfly almost. Maybe it is a dragonfly. Too bad you can't see it. All right, so that's a beautiful brood nest. All right, if you hold a silver dollar up there, silver dollar, it's going to be about 2 holes per silver dollar that are not brood. That's a pretty darn good brood pattern. So that's a great brood pattern. And these bees are calm with me. So this is not the hive that was sending out guard bees binging me. That must have been Queen Mary, Bloody Mary, as you all affectionately know her. Another beautiful brood pattern. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. I can't argue with that at all. I haven't proven we have eggs yet. Let's keep going. one more. All right, I feel a little bit of binding. Again, I'm going to smoke a little bit to get them off the wall so I don't crush any when I cut. I'm going to go in there, and there we go. It breaks away. A third comb of brood. Lots and lots and lots of bees. I do think I need to push the comb over a little bit so they can fix it. It's got a little bit of problem in the middle. It was warped, bent out a little bit. I want them to fix that so it's stronger. And the next one, next one looks like they've jumped over and they've got a bridge comb to the neighbor. There's a wax worm. Go ahead and kill him off. I'm feeling a little bit of antsy behavior. That is predominantly pollen. There is brood on the edges. And with the sun behind me looking over my shoulder, with the sun behind me, I'm looking for any eggs. There are eggs. This queen is a crankin'. We have to talk to Mr. Engineer, however. He is doing some things I don't like. He is curving his edges where he shouldn't. I'm going to go ahead and correct the edge. Just squish it. This one doesn't need to be fed, Frank. This one is cranking. We'll put out some open feeders, and this hive will steal a lot of it. But this is going to be a booming hive, and this will be the one we'll take some splits from. This was the cat house hive, if I recall. All right, I need to smoke a little bit, get them off that wall. I see eggs. I really see everything I need to see. I could stop the inspection at this point. Huh? Yeah, they're cross-combing. That's why I'm going to keep going. I want to get that one off the cross-comb. They're attaching to the walls. They're attaching to each other. The only thing this hive hasn't done is contact its local legislator and demand welfare benefits. Yeah, okay, so this has got a cross-comb. And it's a hot day in August. It's 95 to 98. I couldn't tell which was the right measurement. I'm going to take that comb, the neighboring comb, off of this one. It's going to cause it to somewhat fail. I'm also getting pinged now. Okay, so I'm going to let you look at the top as to what's causing this. If you look at the top, you see the comb is not where it's really supposed to be. It's a little bit over. So how I'm going to fix this in a field expedient manner is I'm going to cut off any remnants of the old comb. Take care of where the wax falls because I don't want to attract pests. And now I can see my comb guide down there. Can you guys see that? That line is my comb guide. I'm going to detach the middle. I'll get some of these bees off of here. I'm going to detach the middle and push it over. In fact, I may not even just detach it. I might just press. I'm losing some brood with this. I'm okay with that. Now I think I've done enough damage that they can repair. I'm going to put it back in. And there's bees crawling on me everywhere. I got to be careful not to pinch someone and wind up getting stung. These bars fall over. Frank, can you pick those up so I don't step on them? All right, these guys are telling me my inspection should be over, but I have some damaged comb that I cut off in a cross-combing, decombing exercise that I've now got to finish the job. Ah, bloody hell. All right, I'm just going to push the whole thing over. I'm going to bend it in situ because it's resting on the bottom. And I'm going to let them fix it another day because they're telling me they're done. And do we have one that's straight back here? No, we don't. Well, let me. No, I'm just going to slide it back over. I've got a booming hive. I got multiple bars full of brood. Yeah, I'm going to crush some, Frank.
Killer.
Don't cry.
Killer bee.
Yeah, the attack of the killer beekeeper. They've got food, they've got lots of pollen, they got lots of brood. This is my candidate for splits. I don't need to feed them. If I feed them, I also risk bringing in ants. Oh. All right, Frank, where's my last bar? This one needs to be decommissioned. This is why you don't make bars out of plywood, because they start to split after a while and they don't hold the weight of your bar. Let an expert do this. All right, let's put the lid back on. Take the comb out and we are done, folks.